Veil Witch. Darkness Eternal Book 1. By Ciara Graves. Chapter 1. Everything was red. Red like blood, like life itself. Swaths of vermilion velvet hung heavily from my body, clinging to my arms and ribcage and hips, before spilling out into a train that dragged 20 feet behind me. On top of that was a cloak, crafted from ancient silk and embroidered with glimmering ruby threads that spelled out a ceremonial blessing in curling runes. The hood of the cloak covered my head and most of my face, hiding my blonde hair from view for the moment. I walked slowly, just as I had been instructed, down the thick carmine carpet that stretched the length of the aisle between the pews. The long benches, constructed from rare crimson oak that was native to this region, were full of black-cloaked spectators. They were among the only things in the cavernous sanctuary that were not bathed in red, though the sunlight filtering through the sanguine-stained glass offered them a rosy hue nonetheless. My hands clutched the hilt of a dagger encrusted with so many glistening rubies that one would not know it was made from gunmetal steel if it weren't for the sleek, silver blade that rested against the front of my skirts. Like the cloak, the dagger was not mine to keep. They were relics of the sisterhood, holy artifacts intended for occasions like this, designed to be shared over the centuries and enchanted by the magic of each witch who'd carried them. The organ, with its cerise pipe stretching high toward the vaulted ceiling, drowned out the hammering of my heart. Still, I could feel my pulse thrumming brightly through my veins. Today was the day I'd been waiting my entire life for. I'd spent countless days of my youth at Prima Temple, awash in rufescent light, dreaming of the morning that the sun would rise on my 18th birthday, and I could officially join the Sisterhood of the Veil. I was born for this. It was my calling. The fiery gown was weighing me down, but I had a feeling the dressmaker did that on purpose. She walks too fast, talks too much, and dreams beyond her reality, the elders would have told her before I arrived for my first fitting. For this ceremony, she must be slowed down. They would have said it with affection, but their delicate critiques never bothered me anyway. I was proud of who I was. The organ continued to dole out weighty chords that reverberated deep in my bones, even when I reached the altar and halted at last. Before me were hundreds of spindly red candles lit with flickering flames, dripping wax slowly as if bleeding from a wound. I already knew what to expect, but I wanted to savor this moment, this brief heaven between my training and my destiny, a breath of air linking two beginnings together. So I gazed up at the enormous window before me that reached from floor to ceiling at the very back of the temple. A kaleidoscope of pink and red shards of glass was...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?